What's up, everybody? It's a brand new year, 2023, and it is the old me. Better known as Goonicorn. Welcome. Hey, everybody, how you doing? How your mom and them? I hope everybody had a great New Year and New Year's Eve. Hopefully, y'all was having fornication with protection because the Virgos girl be maxed out, and we don't need no more y'all crowding our space, okay? We need everybody to be wearing protection. Don't let don't let the old you creep into the new year, okay? Because the shit that you was doing on New Year's Eve should not be your problem 9 months from now, okay? Let's just say it. But I hope everybody had a great holiday and things. We had a little bit of time off. Potomac took a break, so guess what? I did too. And but now we are back into the things, and y'all, we got some shit to talk about. These Potomac girls are wearing me low, okay? Between Ashley and her treacherous group of leeches and Robyn and her denim school dress, it's a lot, okay? And goddamn, but what we should be talking about is Candiace's crowning moment, okay? Y'all already know that Candiace has been my girl this entire time that I've been doing this, and the entire time that she's been on this show, she has been my girl. But this episode really solidified Candiace's ascension into housewife legacy. Like, she will forever be remembered, that girl, okay? But before we get into all of the minutiae, let's make sure that we go ahead and take care of some business. Like, share, subscribe, do all of the things. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like it, make sure you're sharing. And at any point, make sure that you go ahead and drop down, express your feelings in the comment section. Make sure you're making it respectful though, because we don't, if you think Candiace's mouth is bad, no, I'm just playing, because I'm not about to be arguing with y'all in these comments. I'm here to have a good time. We all here to have a good time and laugh at these people's lives. Sorry. Okay. So this episode was quite filler-ish, a little injectable for the Potomac girls, but it did give us some things to talk about. And the things that it really didn't give us to talk about, we won't really be going. I'm not about to be talking about every point and stop in this episode. I'll either skip over it or I will touch on it briefly, just a little light touch. Case in point. First up, staggering in is Karen. Matt, look, I'm not gonna do that. Karen, Matt, and Ray, they go down to the DC Improv House to talk about Karen's upcoming variety show. That I don't even think that she has the language to put together it's a variety show just yet. Like, she thinks that this is all about Karen. Like, that is just the level of delusions of grandeur that the grande dame really just has. The lady thinks that everything is about her, when this show spent a majority of the time not being focused on you or your talents. It was spent, we'll get there, okay? But so Karen and Matt, they trying to talk about Karen's show. She can't even really define what it is because she don't even know what it is. She just knows that she has a level of celebrity that she is going to leverage to the gay community, basically, for them to make her show a success. This show has nothing to do with Karen. And is the show called like A Night with Karen or something? Girl, anyway. So, yeah, we talk about that. Karen, I don't know if this is the part where they do the flashback episode to where Karen, Robyn, Gizelle, and Ashley were all out to lunch or dinner or something like that. And Karen and Robyn kind of like got into it. She was like, do you have any Robins? Didn't think you did, bitch. And quite frankly, she wasn't wrong. Now, she may have just pulled the Ladams out of her ass, but we for damn sure know that Robyn ain't got no Robins around here tweeting all over the place. She ain't got none of them, okay? Well, actually, she has a couple. She does have a couple of Robins out here that's just fighting tooth and nail for her namesake. Y'all are better than me because I refuse, okay? I used to be a Robyn fan or whatever, but I was never a Robyn, okay? It will never be a Robyn. It's never given that. But, okay, so we don't know what's going on here. Actually, let me get my notes. Okay, next up, we got... next up, awkwardly walking in is Jacqueline into Mia and G's humble abode. This whole scene was so cringy, so awkward, and so produced. Like, you understand exactly why Jacqueline showed up. It's not, you know, it doesn't read as we are all friends here and, you know, we just keying about what these other bitches are talking about. No, it's giving damage control, and we came up with a story, and now is our time to, now it is our time to clear the air. But what y'all should have done was a dress rehearsal, because y'all were just fumbling over your points so much to the point where it was just a little incoherent. I don't know what y'all were trying to accomplish, but if y'all were just trying to confuse the viewers, then bitch, color me confused, okay? Y'all succeeded at that shit. So the only thing that I really want to touch on with this section is, at some point in the conversation, Jacqueline decides to expound upon one of them paying for her Porsche. So she goes on to let us know that G gave her a down payment for her car, for her Porsche. And a Porsche is very, very, very important. She didn't say Toyota. She didn't say Kia. She didn't say Honda or Hyundai. She said a Porsche. He gave her the down payment for her Porsche because all of her money was spent trying to get out of a relationship. Now, while that is an incredibly gracious gift, okay, I don't know how comfortable I could or would feel with my best friend's husband giving me a down payment for a car. Now, if y'all get down like that, cool. I don't know how comfortable I would be with asking, first and foremost, for this loan, I'm assuming, for a down payment on a car. Now, if I was to take a down payment for a new car, it probably would not be for a Porsche. Because if I can't afford the down payment, I can't afford the car. A Porsche is an expensive car. One, not only to buy, but also to keep up the maintenance. Who is taking care of the maintenance on this Porsche? So, okay, he gave you the down payment for the Porsche. And then, I don't know, just somewhere in my mind, I'm just like, okay, girl, why do you just didn't go get you a Honda somewhere? Like, girl, Hondas really look nice these days. Prius is low on gas, bitch, and it will take you from where you need to go under 45 miles per hour on electric. Like, girl, you could have gotten you a nice little Prius if he was just offering money for Porsches. Like, to me, that doesn't sound like a smart decision. But okay. And also, I guess I'm gonna have to eat crow because Gizelle was on to something. I didn't hear when Mia said what she said about if my best friend ain't pulling up in her Porsche, I ain't doing something right. I didn't take that to mean that Mia or G paid for the Porsche. I took that to mean like, okay, if I have an opportunity to make some money, my best friend is going to have an opportunity to make some money. So therefore, if I can afford a Porsche, so can she, because I put her on, you know. But when you think about it clearly, G is Mia's income. So I mean, technically, that was her come up, and that was her best friend's come up too. I mean, no shade. You ate that. You ate that. Yeah, you ate that. Oh, yes. Let me make sure I'm recording. Is she recording? Is this bitch record? This bitch is recording. All right. So, okay, then we move on from there because I don't really think that... Was there anything else to talk about? And I don't know, something about G's energy towards it. Like, should I sit in the middle? Do you want to say? Like, it definitely felt like this was the first time that they practiced this damage control convention. Like, nigga, if you didn't want to paint a certain picture, yeah, maybe like don't sit close to Jacqueline, which you're sitting close to her. She got her hand on yours. It's looking real suspicious. In production, you're messy. You're messy. You're a messy bitch who lives for drama, but we live for it, okay? Because when they pointed that camera to her hand being on his, I'm like, girl. Now we mosey on down to the pretty young thing luncheon, okay? This title of y'all's little clique is a little misleading, considering that a third of the group don't fit a third of the criteria. Girl, half of y'all ain't pretty. None of y'all are spring chickens. But I guess the only part that works is things. So all y'all things are at this table. Like, talking about, so Gizelle comes in, they all take shots or whatever, and now the girls are talking about, now the attention goes to Deborah for her to explain how exactly Chris flirted with her and her friends. First of all, you can tell that Gizelle ain't buying this shit, right? But she's just here for the mess, and she just wants to keep the mess going. Why the girls are doing fireworks outside? Shut up. It's like, girl, the ghetto. Anyway, so Deborah, and her suspicious ass eyebrows goes into telling her story about how Chris had came up to me and talked about, I'm Chris, and your man is Chris, and we're Chris, and we act the same. Look here, Squidward. Okay, girl. Y'all are doing a disservice to the Me Too girls, to the girls who have legit cases with men like being inappropriate in the workplace and shit like that, because y'all are trying to imply that a man being friendly and having friendly, casual conversation with you, that automatically means that he was flirting with you, a married, desperate woman trying to get on this show. Like, calm the fuck down, girl. He was flirting with you. Do you know how dumb you sound? Because he said, my name is Chris, and then he slid his elbow closer to you. Like, Deborah, girl, you look like the flaw in God's design. You look like the snake that was slithering about through the Garden of Eden. You look nefarious, like something you're scheming. Your eyebrows is all slanted and crock-eyed and crazy and shit, and the mouth and face is all going downward and upward at the same time. Like, girl, something is wrong with you. You look a little suspicious. Like, you got to keep your eye on people named Deborah when they come around, because it's just like, bitch, why your eyes beating so much? Why you moving and shifting all over the place? Like, she real shifty looking. Something ain't right with her, right? Something ain't right with you in the head to think that a man having a casual conversation with you means that he's cheating. You just... Anyway, so we're gonna move on from that, because really nothing happened there. Oh, actually, something did happen. Ashley trying to like disguise her fucking evil plot to destroy Candiace's marriage, or just to cause messy contention within the group. Her trying to disguise that as care for Candiace. When I tell you shit like that pisses me off for real. Like, in real life, I don't care about what these girls doing, but like in real life, when people try to like mask their bad intentions with good intentions, that shit pisses me off. Because don't tell me that you care about Candiace so much and you don't want her to go through what you're going through later on down the line, when Candiace actually, when your man was caught cheating for real with her friend who's a stripper, she thought to tell you in private with her, like, with your other good friend or whatever, but like, she didn't try to concoct a whole gaggle of bitches to come up to your man at a party, because Michael was gonna do what he was gonna do regardless. You trying to get Chris caught up, and it's just not working. It's flopping every single time. It's just like, at this point, At this point, bravo, now I'm talking to you. Because it's getting a bit lazy. Y'all have let Gizelle skate season after season, not having a real storyline. Now y'all are allowing Ashley to do the same thing. I think that it is time that we think about shelving a few of these OGs. Ashley can go. Robyn can certainly go. No shade. Karen can go. And Gizelle, like, all of these women who aren't bringing anything organic to the table, it's time to think about, okay, maybe their lives aren't interesting enough anymore for them to sustain being on this show. I don't know, but anyway, moving on. So, okay, Wendy and Eddie, the only thing that I got to say about this, I'm going to say it every time, Eddie fine as hell, Wendy looked so good in that red in her confessional with that jet black hair coiffed to the side. I said, ooh, Wendy. Like every primary colors really complement dark chocolate skin like that. You put red, blue, or yellow on chocolate skin and just pop. But then when you think about it, what color can she not wear? Okay, actually, now that I think about it, I didn't really care for that champagne number. I'm gonna leave that alone. We talking about good things, and the good thing is that Wendy looked amazing in that red dress in her confessional. Ate that. Where we at? All right, so now we get down to Karen's variety show. Gizelle looked nice for a change. That evil green looked good on her. She arrives. Somebody calls her Karen. She corrects them as she should. She gets there. The people are talking. They're all trying to figure out like what's going on. Why are we here? What is Karen talking about? Karen ain't talking about shit. Y'all already knew that before you got there. Okay. She saw that you was doing a live show. She said, "Bitch, it's time for me to do a live show, and I'm gonna show y'all how it's done." And okay, so all the girls get there. The show is going on. Jasmine Masters, we love Jasmine Masters from season 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and I think season 4 of All Stars. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. She gets there and everybody's having a good time. Candiace arrives. The girls, Robyn arrives in her little dress. It's like Robyn really be forgetting that she on TV. I'm convinced that lady forgets all the time that she is coming to TV, because when she went to that lunch with Mia and Gizelle and she showed up in those booty shorts that was eating the crack of her ass, I'm like, what is her name? Robyn, you are on TV. Like, you've been on TV for 7 years at this point. Like, let's act like we're not new to this. Okay, but anyway. So, she arrives and Deborah is there. Her and her eye and brow were there. What I will say though, I'm gonna give Deborah this, is that if that is a wig or weave, good quality. Now, if it is her real hair, good job. That looks like good, healthy hair. You live. So, Robyn points to Candiace and was like, hey, that's the girl that was spreading the rumor that Chris was supposedly touching on her or trying to flirt with her or whatever. Candiace was like, this the one? And Robyn was like, that's the one. Candiace and Robyn like, bitch, do you see what this Muppet look like? And Robyn was like, girl, no, I see it. Girl, yikes. So anyway, then the night goes on, and then Ashley points to Candiace like, oh, Candiace, I didn't even introduce you to Deborah. You know what? Okay, now we're about to slide into the Candiace's coronation. So many little things about the way that young woman handled this situation. Let me get my drink. Hold on. so many little things about the way that Candiace handled this situation was just chef's kiss. Perfect. So Ashley says, "Oh, I didn't introduce you to my friend Deborah." Now, she could have been like, don't introduce me to no bitch that's over here talking, spreading rumors about me and my man. Candiace allowed the girl to explain herself, allow her to get her story out. She heard her and shut that shit down so eloquently. But I want people to pay attention to this part, because this is the part that like really stuck out to me. So, Ashley was like, "Yeah, this is my girl, Deborah." And Candiace was like, "Oh, this is your friend, the one that Chris was supposed to be touching on." All right, right there. Setting the tone, because we not doing no small pleasantries. It's no exchange back and forth, bitch. Yeah, you know I'm Candiace. You've been watching this motherfucking show, ho. You know my man is my man. Bitch, you know who I am, so ain't no introductions needed. You the hoe that said that my man was flirting with you. Explain yourself. So she said, "Oh, no, I didn't say he was touching on me. I said that he was flirting heavy." So Candiace was like, "Oh, he was flirting heavily." She did not even blink twice before deciding to correct her grammar. Candiace is just smart, witty. Goat shit right there. Like, just a sneak and slide shade. And I don't even think that people really caught that. Like, you know, it's a different type of disrespect when you gotta educate a bitch while also allowing her to dig herself into a grave. Like, Candiace, A+, ma'am. So she said, "So what did he say to you?" And then there was this little small look up and down thing that Candiace did. She was like, "So what did he say to you?" And it was kind of like this look of disgust, like, "Bitch, my man will fucking never, but go ahead. Tell it, boo. Tell it." So then Boo gets into telling her version of events, like, "Oh, so we were talking and he said, 'My name is Chris, your man named Chris. Oh, all Chris's act the same, yada, yada, yada.'" Candiace is like, "Mm-hmm." And then Mia was like, "Wait, is this the one?" She was like, "Yeah, girl, that's the one." That little small moment right there. Ooh. See, now if Mia would have came on acting like she had some sense last season, I might have been on her side a little bit more this season. But just that right there, that little like, "Bitch, no, we not letting that slide over here, girl." And it's like they having like a little small kiki at her expense, and she don't even get it, dumbass dunce. So, Candiace just kind of like was like, "Okay, girl, whatever." Anyway, so then that happens. The show is over. We're not talking about Karen. Oh, actually, we'll get into this. So that happens then, right? Then we're going around asking questions at Karen's variety show, and Mia stands up and was like, "What do you do when you tell a friend something and she goes back and tell her other friends or some shit like that?" And then Karen feels called out because she is. And Mia goes on to explain herself like, "Yeah, when I tell you something, don't run back and tell these two, because I'm talking to you, my friend." Newsflash, sister, you ain't got no friends in this circle. Sorry to tell you, boobie. You ain't got no friends in this circle, and Karen is very much more so loyal to the original four than she is to any one of y'all. Candiace, that goes for you too. Girl, watch out for Miss Karen. Anyway, so then that happens or whatever. Move on from that. I agree with Mia for once. Because if I am talking to you, I don't need you going back and telling these two, especially when, you know, loudmouth, run the mouth up and down the street as Gizelle is going to tell everybody. So, like, that lady is going to trip over her necks in order to get to spreading the mess, okay? So, now the whole thing is over. And Ashley, with her swoop, her hair was cute. I liked her hair. It was cute. But it took I want to know how much black gel that you think that she used in order to get that piece of hair to cover her forehead, because that's a lot of hair to put over her forehead. Your hair didn't deserve all of that stretching. I'm sure your edge is gonna fall out now, something, girl. Anyway, so Ashley was like, oh, Candiace, something, my friend. Candiace was like, no, we're not doing that. She was like, why are you dismissing my friend? Bitch! Maybe, why would you bring your friend up here knowing that this lady is trying to destroy my marriage? Like, first of all, like, let's just go with the story that Deborah is telling. Let's just say that we believe that, right? We all know that Deborah is auditioning to be on the show. Why the fuck would I allow your friend any camera time with me? Why would I allow her a moment with me when she used my man and my marriage for an audition on this show? Why would I do that, Ashley? Ask yourself, why would you do it? You shouldn't. You probably would because you're messy and you love mess. But yeah, girl, I'm not doing that. So you're going to have to tell your friend and her gaggle of leeches to find another one. Find another bitch. Because it's not going to be me and it's not going to be my marriage. Goodbye. And then when Deborah was like, do you want to have a one-on-one with me? Candiace, no ma'am. Ate that. I mean, shutting shit down, allowing the girls, giving the girls rope to hang themselves. The girl has just become, she has been in my eyes an all-star housewife. But this, if you ever didn't know it before, to all of her haters and everybody else, this was the moment. This was the moment. This was the episode that Candiace was crowned Queen of Potomac. We will probably continue to call her Princess of Potomac because it just sounds cuter and she has the youth to pull it off. But a new queen has risen. The new Supreme. And that's how the episode ends. I'm very excited for next week because we're going to get the fallout between Mia and Jacqueline. And we're going to get the bigger fallout from Karen and Charisse. I assume that part will be like the latter part of the episode, and it'll probably be a to be continued like they have all been at this point. But yeah, I'm ready. Actually, and I'm kind of ready for the season to be over because, like, I said this on Twitter that this season is really hanging on by a strand, and if it wasn't for Candiace, like, this season really would have been bad. The whole plotting against people's marriages shit is kind of getting tired. Y'all are gonna have to bring in some new faces in order to shake this shit up, to get some new fresh drama going. Gizelle is gonna have to take a season or two off in order to present us with a man so that we can target them or something, like for the ground to be, for the level to be, for the playing field to be leveled. Like, at this point, it's getting tired and it's getting to be a little sad and desperate for these women to continue to use the happiness and love and positivity that people like Candiace and Wendy have and use that against them because they're miserable with their own lives. You got forehead over here in this miserable ass, handsy, grabby ass, molesty ass, fucking pervert ass relationship that she's in, or whatever. She's getting a divorce from him. You're miserable because you're about to be a single mama. And you got Gizelle over here who has been a single mother, who has been in relationships and got cheated on her whole life. So she don't know nothing but misery. You got these two bitches linking up, coming to destroy good old poor Candiace and Wendy's marriage. And it's just not right. It's not cool. It's not cool. Like, and I really think that y'all gonna have to figure something out next season because this can't continue. And that's all I got to say on this episode. So make sure that y'all please like, share, and subscribe. I'm actually going to start RuPaul's Drag Race reviews next week or actually probably this week when the episode airs. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I will see y'all next go round. Toodles.